Marshal Peyton Hartson read the telegram, caught his breath, crumpled it, and threw it in the trash. So, Buck Evans is being released from prison after serving 10 years for bank robbery. He'll no doubt head this way. He's got a grudge to settle with Lacey and me. Over the last several years of service as town marshal, Hartson enjoyed a reputation for having cleaned up the town and keeping it that way. The townspeople liked how he handled things. At the first whiff of possible trouble, he'd deputize every able-bodied man. With so many guns facing whoever was breaking the law, outlaws nearly always surrendered without a shot fired. He taught the townspeople to block both ends of the street with wagons at the first hint of a bank robbery. A gang tried to rob the bank shortly after the town council elected him as marshal. The overwhelming crossfire cut the robbers down like a sickle through wheat. Word spread, and soon even the biggest and toughest gangs steered clear of destiny. Outlaws preferred easier targets. Hartson called his strategy swarming. With the town council's enthusiastic support, the marshal encouraged everyone to carry a gun and be prepared to rush toward trouble or the sound of gunfire with guns drawn. To scofflaws, it was like the whole town carried a gun and a badge. Hartson was well liked and respected, something his wife Lacey appreciated. Single-handedly capturing Buck Evans, returning most of the money that had been stolen from the bank, and presenting the evidence that had made for an easy conviction, propelled him from deputy to marshal when the position opened. "I better go warn Lacey." She'd been Buck Evans' fiancée, but dropped him like a hot rock the moment word of his arrest got around. Lacey married Hartson barely 6 months later. She married him despite Buck, and to show the good citizens of Destiny her worth as a respectable woman. She craved the respect that came from being the marshal's wife. Hartson married Lacey because she was beautiful, every man wanted her, and she'd been Buck Evans' girl. That last part made the conquest even sweeter. The marriage hadn't turned out to be quite what either expected. If truth be told, their union held neither love nor passion. Early passion burned out quickly, and love had never truly entered into the equation. They didn't really even like each other all that much. What little affection they shared quickly dissolved into disappointment and indifference. Disappointment gradually grew into simmering hatred. They slept in separate bedrooms. Although they could barely stand each other, they pretended happiness in the presence of others. Neither admitted to making a mistake or to the utter failure of their marriage. Hartson walked into their house. Without bothering to look up from the dirt she was sweeping into a dustpan, Lacey demanded, "Shut the door! The wind's blowing the dust around." Hartson kicked the door shut behind him, leaving a boot print on the white paint. "Buck Evans has been released. He'll be headed this way." "Oh!" She paused. She didn't even look at him, perhaps so he couldn't read her expression. Hartson eased into a chair and let out a long sigh. "Maybe it's time to retire. I'm tired of living in this town and tired of this job. Let's leave. Maybe we can find the spark we had." Lacey's bitter laugh spewed derision. "That spark went out long ago, and it's never coming back. I know Buck Evans. He'll find us no matter where we run, wherever you run. I like this town, and I'm staying. Besides, the man I knew would never hurt me." "You didn't think he'd rob a bank, but he did. And prison changes a man. After 10 years in that hellhole, God knows what he's turned into." "I'll take my chances." "Then you're a fool, Lacey." Lacey said, "You could deputize some men, maybe a bunch of them. That might make him leave." "No. Buck's coming, and there won't be any stopping him till he or I am dead. He told me so the day I arrested him." She looked at her husband. Insight dawned. She sneered. "You're afraid of him. The great Marshal Hartson is afraid of Buck Evans. I never thought I'd live to see the day."